Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullah. Good day to everyone. Today I'm going to present my paper, okay, together with Akilah Hanisah Luqman. Okay, I'm Ridzwana Muhammad Said. So we're going to present a paper on impact of corporate green initiatives on financial performance of FTSE for Good Bursa Malaysia constituents. Okay, this will be the presentation outline. Okay, the introduction. Okay, we start with the introduction, and then it goes to literature review, methodology, results and discussions, contributions of the study, and conclusions. Okay, as introductions, we understand that stakeholders' concerns on environmental issues as it has direct impact on people. So this has been an in thing and a current issues to many. Okay, stakeholders keep on asking for what industry has been doing, and they want more to know about what information that they can see, okay, related to these issues. Okay, so it is based on past studies as well. Okay, it has been seen that green initiatives may have direct impact or indirect impact on financial performance of a company. So it seems like company that practices green initiatives, okay, or have good environmental performance may result in good company reputations perceived by stakeholders, and thus it's actually influence the stakeholders to forecast that the company will manage to reduce environmental risk and lessen production costs in future. Okay, so given the brief introductions about the study, okay, so we are going to see about the problem statement. Okay, so here the first issue is about increasing concerns on environmental issues by wider publics, okay, or wider stakeholders. All right, then we have seen as well the only way that stakeholders can access to know what companies have been doing related to green initiatives is through disclosure of information. All right, so it seems like the past studies shown that comprehensiveness and quality of green disclosures are still very poor. All right, so our focus now is on FTSE for Good Bursa Malaysia Index. Okay, these are companies which is considered to be basically Malaysia has a commenced on December 2014 through the collaboration of Bursa Malaysia together with FTSE Russell to index the top 200 companies, okay, related to environmental, social, and governance activities. All right, so it has started in 2014, and the companies being indexed keep on increasing from time to time. All right, so we want to focus on this. It seems like because we know these companies might have good performance in terms of disclosure related to green initiatives, as well as they are based from 200 200 top highest capital based on market capitalization. So it shows these companies has also have good financial performance as well. So we want to see this kind of relationship in this context. Okay, so we go for the research objectives. Okay, our first research objective will be to examine the comprehensiveness of green initiatives of FTSE for Good Bursa Malaysia Index companies. And the second one is to investigate the impact of green initiatives on financial performance of FTSE for Good Bursa Malaysia Index companies. Okay, the literature review. Okay, we have seen that past studies have been examined a lot related to environmental issues, okay, financial performance, okay, disclosure, and then we want to focus further on the green aspect of companies' practices. All right, so here our focus on green initiatives, there are three here. Okay, the first one will be pollution prevention. Okay, among past studies related to pollution prevention and financial performance is a study by Lucas and Nodiver, 2016. So the authors found that implementing pollution prevention activities result in better financial performance of a company. Okay, and then the second variable for this study is about green supply chain management and financial performance. So we want to see about the relationship between these two. So according to these two authors, these two studies, okay, disclosure of green supply chain management has an instant and positive impact on the company share prices and eventually grow the company's value. Okay, our third variable, okay, is green product development. Okay, so according to Lin et al. 2013, companies which active in adopting green product design have better corporate financial performance as compared to companies with a small number of green products or not at all having any green products in their business. All right, so we want to see these three green initiatives variables, its impact on financial performance. Okay, basically, our focus is all FTSE for Good Bursa Malaysia Index constituents. So 18 companies, it was actually a lot of companies, about 20 plus, okay, but we focusing only on 18 just to focus on those available data for that 5 years that we are examining. All right, so the period for 5 years data, annual reports and sustainability reports have been using. We have been using these two type of reports, okay, in collecting the data for 2015 to 2019. Okay, so we are going to use content analysis. So we did content analysis to collect the data related to green initiatives. Okay, and this is the way how we measure the comprehensiveness of disclosure. All right, so 0 indicates item not disclosed. Okay, items related to green initiative not disclosed. 1 is generally disclosed. 2 is qualitatively information being disclosed. 3 is only quantitative information disclosed, and 4 is considered to be more comprehensive when the company disclose certain items in green initiatives which are considered to be comprehensive with qualitative and quantitative information. Alright, so the analysis of data will be using a presentation in terms of graphs, okay, descriptive analysis, preliminary test he's been doing as well as multiple regression to test all the variables. So this is our conceptual framework. We have 3 independent variables, we have 2 dependent variables, and we have selected 2 control variables to examine the relationship between green initiatives by companies in FTSE for Good and its impact on financial performance. Alright, so this will be our hypothesis. Okay, the hypothesis is from this way. Okay, pollution prevention initiatives affects the financial performance, green supply chain management, and green supply chain management and green product development. Okay. Okay, so this is our results, findings of the data that have been analyzed. So it shows here, okay, the first one is about the Green Initiative Comprehensive Index, okay, in which we examine all the comprehensiveness of this data of the Green Initiative disclosure for the 5 years. All right, so it shows increasing trend from year 2015 to 2019. Okay, so these indicate good improvements of disclosure related to green initiative by companies in FTSE for Good Bursa Malaysia Index. Okay, so we can see here pollution prevention keep on increasing, green supply chain management information also increase, green product development as well increase from year to year. Okay, so if we can analyze further or go further to the detail of that items related to these 3 green initiatives. Okay, we have selected about 17 indicators, okay, in total for these 3 green initiatives. Okay, generally it could be inferred that all these constituents in FTSE for Good Bursa Malaysia are good in terms of disclosing information on emissions, okay, waste reduction, waste reduction total, water efficiency information, information on energy efficiency, and material sourcing, environmental information. Alright, so we can see they are actually improving from year to year. Okay, we can see, for example, on emissions information, the index keep on increasing from 6.53 in 2015 to 2019, which is 9.31 index. Okay, so this is a very promising disclosure and practices by organizations related to green initiatives. Okay, as for the second research objective, okay, so the focus is on the relationship between the three green initiatives variable and financial performance, which are ROA and ROE. Okay, so if we can see in this table, our multiple regression analysis results, okay, we can see here green supply chain management is actually has a significant influence and positively affect the ROA of the company. Okay, and same goes to here, green supply chain management index as well has a significant influence and positively towards the ROE performance of FDIC for Good Bersama Malaysia Index. Okay, however, the other two variables does not have significant, does not affect the financial performance. Okay, so we can make conclusions that only hypothesis 2 can be accepted and the rest 2 will be rejected. Okay, so as a discussion, so companies are disclosing more green initiatives. Okay, it seems like the green initiative items, the decreasing percentage of no disclosure. Okay, increasing percentage of quantitative and qualitative disclosure. This is a very good improvements, okay, by companies to practice on information sharing with wider stakeholders, because it indirectly implies that companies are actually active in terms of practicing green activities. Okay, as for the relationship between the variables, it seems like only green supply chain management is positively correlated with both financial performance, ROA and ROE, which is consistent with other past studies as well. Okay, so this study has a few contributions. Okay, so among others, it provides insights on the current green initiative disclosure practices by companies in Malaysia. Alright, so it also helps providing evidence, okay, to companies that green practices or green initiatives by companies can improve their financial performance in one way. Okay, and then policymakers can strengthen the rules and enforcement related to green practices and disclosures among companies in Malaysia. So the findings can helps in several ways in terms of improvements in green practices. So as a conclusion, comprehensiveness of each green initiative by FDIC for Good Bersama Malaysia's constituent are improving throughout the 5 years. And then we can find one variables has positive relationship with financial performance of companies, and it seems like green practices should be emphasized by companies, and the information should be shared and disclosed to wider stakeholders in order for them to know to what extent the accountability of organizations toward green practices. Okay, so with that, I thank you and thank you for your attention.